Hey, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. It's a great time to be here. Obviously, we're announcing some really great news today for The Sims 4, and it's available right now. But don't run anywhere because we're going to share some really cool stuff. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I am Graham Nardone. I'm one of the producers on The Sims 4, and I'm being joined today by Dan Hyatt, one of our designers.
Yeah, I was a designer on Sims 4. I still am, actually. And I was one of the primary designers on Ghosts, so I'm here to talk a little bit more about some of the details. And also, if you guys have questions, I'll be watching on the Twitch stream. So, type out your questions and we'll get to them.
Yeah, nobody more appropriate to have on our broadcast today than Dan here. Like he said, he's one of the Ghost designers, and this is actually his first time on one of these broadcasts, so
be gentle.
Be nice to him, and he'll be watching all those things that you're saying in Twitch and just pulling out some good comments for us. So I actually pulled up the main menu in the background here just as we start to get into what the broadcast is about today, because you might not have noticed there's been some new videos mixed into what's going on in the background there. Now that we've actually added Ghost to the game, you're going to see some Ghosts showing up on the main menu. So just something a little fun that you might not notice otherwise. But yeah, it's a big day. So in addition to the Ghosts, we've got some brand new Star Wars outfits that are in game, just fun costumes for Halloween. We're going to see some of those. We've got a brand new radio station, the Spooky Station in game, some new music to have fun listening to. We've got brand new gnomes in the game, some kind of scary gnomes. Cool stuff there. People love gnomes. Of course they love gnomes. And just way more. It's a huge update today. Lots of fixes, some new cheat codes, just cool stuff. So let's go ahead and load right into my game here. So I put a little Ghost family together, and we're going to go check them out today and start to see what you can do with ghosts, how you get a ghost, maybe how you get rid of a ghost if you want to. So just lots of fun options for kind of how they work and what you can do with them. Any cool tidbits you want to drop on us, Dan, about ghosts?
Well, we're about to see. I think it's best just to let people look and then talk through it.
Sure. So I've actually kicked out the Goth family. I thought it might be the perfect setting for us to play in today. And I moved in my own family. We've got Harmony Redding here and her husband, Glenn Redding. And you can see there's some ghostly presences in our home here. So actually, if we go explore, I think some of them are upstairs. There goes one of them. Now, Greta here is actually rather interesting. Greta Stump. Oh boy, there goes Darth Vader possessing some objects. They get into all sorts of hijinks, but I want to actually grab Greta here because there's something special about her, right? So we can see she isn't one of the Sims that is in my household. Now, if I actually look out back, I added a little graveyard for our Sims to the Goth Manor.
Yeah, I like what you did.
So here's Greta Stump's tombstone, and she's got her husband, Callan Stump, there as well. But they aren't controllable members of our family. When a Sim first dies and becomes a ghost, they're not immediately playable. But let's go have a chat with her. Where'd she get off to? There she is. So I'm going to have him come over and just start chatting with her a little. Not a pickup line. Let's ask about being dead, actually. That's one of the brand new socials that Sims can do with the ghosts out there.
So, yeah, one of the first things you'll notice about ghosts is that they are very colorful. They wear their emotions on their sleeves. And they actually tint according to what emotion they're in. So you see at the bottom of your skewer. Which one is that?
Oh, right down here, that's a Deja. She was feeling inspired for a moment there. It's a little bit different than ghosts in the past, right? So it used to be ghosts would determine their look and their color based on how they died. And we've changed that up a little in The Sims 4 because emotions are such an important part of the game. Of course, Darth Vader's angry, naturally. But there's still some fun visual ways to kind of tell how a Sim died. So if we look at Vader here, for example, you can see he's got this kind of smoky presence running through him. And if we look at his traits down here, you can see he died by fire. So if you're ever curious how one of your ghosts died, you just check right there in their trait panel.
Right, you'll have a permanent indication of what their demise.
I wanted to grab Yoda here for just a second because he also died by fire. And just to give an example, so he's green, even though he died by fire, but you can see that little smoky haze inside of him. And just some different examples with our other Sims. So Deja's out back here, and she died by electrocution. And you can see some of those sparks running through her, just to let you know kind of what killed her off. And one more that's kind of fun here. So Corbin, he actually died by anger, one of those new emotional death types. And because of that, he has this steam coming off of him. He's steaming mad. So it's one of those fun things they can do. Now, I want to show off some of the cool stuff. Oh, actually, we didn't add Greta to our household yet. So I actually want to get her into our household, and we can do that just by inviting him to join our household. Let's see if we have the option here. Maybe we're not good enough friends with her yet.
It is quite difficult to
there she is.
Get a ghost to leave their tombstone and reassociate with the living world.
So let's do some friendly socials with her first, and maybe we can build our relationship a little bit further. But that is the basic way you get a ghost into your household. You build up your relationship with them. If they were already family members previously, they should have a pretty high relationship. And then you just ask them to join the family, and they'll become a fully playable ghost. Let's see. Try some heartfelt compliments. Talk about cooking. So Harmony there actually happens to be a great chef. I can show you how you can put that to use with Ghost just a little bit later. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It's not giving us the option right now. We'll continue chatting her up and just show some of the other stuff that the Ghost can do. I'm going to bring Vader over. He's awesome to use any time of the day. So he's actually haunting one of the tombstones right now. Get out of there. And I'm going to have him interact with Glenn over here because they can do some really cool stuff. So he can talk about death, and he'll share kind of some information, and you'll see some fun socials with them, just the way they animate and interact with each other. So he gets really excited about it.
A lot of people have the question, if my Sims died before the patch, will they be available as ghosts? If you kept their tombstone around, they will come out of it.
So then, once they come out, you can chat them up and ask them to join the household. And I really like this mischief one, actually. Let's go try that. A ghost scare. And so you can see some of the ghosts changing colors just as they go through emotions. Some of these deaths are rather fresh on their minds, so they're getting upset about it. Alright, here comes the scare. I love this one. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. I like that one quite a bit. And then Pass-Through is a really cool one as well. Let's see if we can find that one. Do you happen to remember, Dan, if it's under Friendly or Mischief? Right. There we go. So this one's pretty neat. So ghosts have a lot of fun ways of interacting with other Sims in the world. Just doing some unique stuff with them. Whoop, there you are. One more time. So they have a lot of fun with that. Now, all of the different types of death that occur in game, those ghosts get some unique interactions and things that they can do. So I'm going to actually send Vader up to the roof here. I put an angry painting out here earlier. I want to get him a little upset because we're going to see some cool things that these ghosts can do based on the way that they died.
I've had a request to turn down the in-game volume.
Oh, okay. We can do that. Just a little bit, huh? Why don't we do it right about 80%? Boom. Just let us know in the Twitch chat if that's about right for you guys. If it's not, we can keep tweaking it. So he's going to float his way up the stairs there, and that's actually an interesting thing about the ghosts. of course, we introduced those new walk styles to the game in The Sims 4. Ghosts get some of their own unique walk styles as well, so when they're happy, they have kind of a special way to float. Same thing when we're angry, which we'll see with Vader here in just a moment. So he's feeling a little inspired at the moment, but let's see if we can change that to anger. And we'll start to see some of the cool things that these ghosts can do. So, because Vader died by fire, now that he's angry, he can actually go down here and maybe start a fire.
Is that a good idea?
It's a fantastic idea. Why would we not want to do that? And so each of the different ghost types has some unique things that they can do like this. Like the cow plant one was really cool to me because, you die by cow plant. And then you actually, if you're in a bad mood and you're near plants, you can cause them to die. Or if you're in a good mood, you give them a boost to kind of how they're growing.
Right. We wanted to try to add a little bit of the death type flavor to every ghost.
Oh God, get away.
So some of it is special powers like starting fires or making people angry around them. Some of it affects their autonomy, like if you die from starvation, then you're hungry more often.
Flappy, storm!
Oh, the sprinkler went off. All right, we're all good. I didn't even know this house had one. That's a nice bonus. And then let's try another one with Deja here. I want to get her angry as well. Oh, she's got a bunch of buffs right now. All right, we'll try with her just a little bit later. Why don't we grab Corbin, because I'm going to do something cool. So now when ghosts drink, there's some interesting stuff that happens. Of course, they don't have a physical body. So if they were to drink a little water maybe, they might have a little bit of a problem with that. So let's grab a quick meal here. Let's do some milk. That'll work for us. And check out that new ghostly gnome
that's
there.
a pretty cool gnome.
I scattered some of the new gnomes around the house, and you'll find them in build mode. You can go place the ghostly gnomes all on your own. Here we go. We'll grab a drink here. And you'll see it kind of passes right through him. Poor guy. Let's see. Oh, he actually needs to use the bathroom as well, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Now, just like with past games, the ghosts can actually travel through walls, they can walk through objects. They, again, don't have that physical presence, so it's not going to bother them. There he goes. So as he's drinking his milk, he's actually creating a puddle on the floor, just passing right through him.
Did you show off the float styles? Walk styles?
Oh, so let's see. So, a bunch of our guys are feeling happy here. They're all sitting down to a ghostly meal together. So they have those different walk styles. I'll see if I can do an angry one when I get one of these other Sims angry. I've got to get her out of here because she's getting all sorts of emotion buffs from everyone. Oh, somebody was drinking up on the roof too. Yeah, so you got to watch out for those puddles when you have ghosts around. Make sure they're not drinking too much.
So obviously normal Sims have their emotional walk styles, but the ghosts have emotional float styles. So,
yep.
Really cool.
And just, of course, this was something you couldn't actually do in previous Sims games. You can go and possess a bunch of different types of objects. Before it was all kind of autonomous, but we actually give you the ability to go do it on any object you want now, which I think is pretty fun. I just like making the place kind of spooky.
That guy was reacting to possession.
Oh yeah, so when normal Sims see something get possessed, they'll actually react to that. It can make them start to feel kind of tense, right? Yeah. Startled by the ghost. So that's something interesting to note. That's just when Sims see objects getting possessed. They don't always have that reaction when they just see a ghost, right? Oh, okay, so I've got Deja angry now. I sent her up here to see the angry painting. Where did she go? Oh, she's possessing an object. You got to keep track of these ghosts. They can be kind of tricky. I'm going to send her down to the stereo. Ah, we just lost it again. All right. Let's get her out here. You got to be able to control your Sims' emotions from time to time, get a grasp on how they're feeling. So, all right, there we go. She's angry. Now I'm going to send her down to the stereo. And because she died due to electricity, She has a special interaction on electrical objects when she's angry to be able to go and break them. So that's just a fun way to kind of go mess with your neighbors, see if you can mess up their homes. Let's see here.
Still do it. She's not angry.
Nope, she ran out. She got tense from the fire. Let's have her do some cleaning.
Put the,
We'll get her there.
The stereo up on the roof next to the painting.
I like the way you think. Let's do it.
Make things easy.
Alright, so we got our stereo up here. And the stereo just so happens to be playing a brand new radio station that came out in this game update. This update was just packed with content. So now, when you click on here, you can listen to the Spooky Station.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Actually, let's just hop in the options quickly. This is something a lot of people might not have known about. If you go into the music options here, you can click on any of the radio stations and just preview the songs directly from there. If you wanted to turn one of them off, I'm pretty sure Reaper's Black Puddle. That's the music that plays when he comes to reap somebody, right?
I think so.
And if a little too scary for you, just go in there, turn it off. It's okay. And so that way you can kind of customize your playlist and just have a lot of fun with it. But let's get her up to the roof, away from the chaos going on downstairs.
Apparently I need to talk.
Oh, Dan, speak up.
Sorry.
All right, we're going to try this again with her. So we'll give her a second to just kind of calm down. Fire's out, 22 hours. Okay. Let's have her look at the angry painting again. We want to refresh that one. Oh, she's got to use the bathroom. Let's get rid of that one for sure. That's going to help. Oh, well, look at all of our broken objects in here. Actually, all right, I'm going to divert for just a moment because Ghost can help with this as well. So we've got Vader here. He's feeling uncomfortable because of those broken objects. Let's actually send him inside because he can do a ghostly repair, which is kind of a nice benefit of being a ghost, right?
Right. So obviously, emotions are pretty important for ghost gameplay. You can see what they are easily. They have walk styles, so to really sort of show off their emotions. But it's pretty important to watch out for how they're doing because ghosts in bad moods will basically break all your stuff.
Yep. Ooh, what's this one? Oh, he went off to school, didn't he? Corbin's teacher approaches him in class with an offer. Stay through lunch to do some extra assignments, and maybe he can bump up his grade a bit. Should Corbin bother with the extra credit, or just blow it off?
What do you guys think?
Hey, what do you want to vote for here? I'm leaning towards blow it off. Come on, Twitch.
Stream delay.
Let us know. I'm going to take the first one I see. Blow it off. Yes. All right. We got rid of it. Corbin's no better off than he was yesterday, but he's no worse off either, although the teacher is disappointed that he did not show more initiative. He's a ghost. He doesn't have time for that. All right. So Vader got kicked out of the bathroom. Privacy rules, important. We'll have him go back in there and fix our shower as well.
He probably broke it in the first place, so...
True. He is kind of an evil guy. And do some work, Vader. Mop up the puddles for us. So, more of those fun gnomes hanging out. And let's just see any other cool things we can show off with these guys.
The Twitch chat erupts with blow it off.
Perfect. So, what do we do if we have a ghost, but we want to get them back to being a real live sim? What do you say we bring...
different ways.
Yeah.
But, which one did you want to start with?
I thought maybe another one of
cooking?
these. All right, eat the cookie. It's delicious. I want it. Of course Yoda's going to eat the cookie. So actually, I have some special stuff set up in our backyard. So let's grab Harmony here and take her out to our garden because there's some new stuff that you can do.
We introduced a new plant.
So one of the things, what you kind of want to do when you're going to make ambrosia, which is a delicious new recipe, which will help resurrect Sims, you need certain ingredients for that. So one of the first steps is to take a pomegranate tree and an orchid plant, and you graft them together to make this spliced plant, which can put out pomegranates, death flowers, and orchids. So, I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a cutting of this one.
Plant's not going to like it, Graham. It's not looking too good.
I neglected my garden a little bit. It's okay. We'll manage. So let's graft on that garden shoot we just took. And we'll actually convert this tree to grow death flowers for us as well. Oh, and we'll let that one grow. So this is actually a finished version of that spliced plant, and you can see some of the new fruit that we have on there. So those are the cool new death flowers that you can harvest. And if you were to cut those off and then grow your brand new own death plant, you get one of these bad boys right here. Let's water it. Maybe I can make it look a little nicer for us. But of course, it is a death plant.
A death plant.
Yeah. We'll do a little weeding on it as well. And then we'll pick a flower off of here and help bring one of our Sims back to life. No, don't get the other ones. I just care about the death plant. There we go. We're going to take care of this thing.
Do you want to give one to the Grim Reaper, or do you want to just talk to that?
Oh, that's, yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing we won't actually get a Sim to die on this broadcast, but yeah, that's a cool note.
So
Why don't you let us know?
The cool interactions we added was if you have a death flower in your inventory and someone dies around you, you can actually give the flower to the Grim Reaper and he will pardon the Sim. So it's surefire way to save your Sim? It's more efficient to save the Sim than to actually go through the process of making ambrosia.
Nice. So the death flower is actually the first step in this new recipe for ambrosia. One of the other important ingredients that you're going to want to have can only be acquired through the reward store. So you go in here to your aspiration panel. That might be covered a little bit just by the picture of us, but go in here and click on the one that says reward store. And then in this list, you'll find one called the Potion of Youth. Now, normally this potion will help reset your Sim's current age range. So if they were almost about to become an elder, you could drink that, and it would take them back to the start of adulthood. But let's just go ahead and buy one of those. Yep. And that's the second item in our recipe. Now, the third thing that we want, and I already went and I got one of these, was an angelfish. So normally you'd go fishing for this. You want to build up that fishing skill. But once you have all three of those things and level 10 of the gourmet cooking skill, we can go ahead and cook a gourmet meal. And I'm just going to sort it by name, which conveniently puts ambrosia right atop. So there you go. We'll make a little ambrosia here and help resurrect one of our ghosts. Now, like I mentioned, Harmony here happens to be a very talented chef. Darth Vader seems impressed. I love those Star Wars costumes. It's so funny seeing them walking around. And I'll just mention, while she's cooking here, Vader and Yoda aren't the only two that we have in this update. There's also Princess Leia for the ladies out there. You can go and dress up in her kind of gown, as well as the hair bun. So that's really fun to have in game. And then we also have Luke Skywalker as a pilot. He's got his combat gear on. Yeah, so pretty nice. All right, Harmony, stop chatting. Just make our food. So she's going to get the ambrosia together for us. And let's see.
Look at that glow.
Maybe she'll bring her son back to life. Don't eat it. Don't you dare.
No.
Don't you dare eat it.
So living Sims can actually eat it, and it will have the effect of the Potion of Youth, and it will reset their age.
It's true.
If you go through all the trouble to make it, you might as well give it to a ghost.
So I'm going to have Corbin come home from school earlier. I feel like this is a pretty much important enough moment in his life that he can skip today. And let's have him eat a little ambrosia.
Those glowing effects.
Let's bring him out to the living room, maybe. Yeah, the ambrosia itself looks really cool. I like the little rainbow trail coming off of it. But of course, for food that special, you want to have something kind of neat going on with it. Oh.
He's got to complain about being tired.
Come on. Here we go. So we're going to help bring him back to life here. He is upset. Stop complaining, dude. What's he got going on here? Ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is actually one of the interesting effects because he was a sim who died by anger. So he has a tendency to not only get angry more often, but he can cause other sims who are around him to get angry more often.
His ghostly anger infects sims around him. And it works similarly with sims who died from laughter, from being excessively playful. Will make sims around them more playful as well.
All right, eat up. It's a good meal.
It's delicious baked fish. Pan-seared angelfish.
So here we go. He's coming back to life. Now, kind of one of the funny things we were talking about with some of the fans this morning, they wanted to know if you had a ghost sim, can you kill them off again? Like, can they die while they're a ghost? And they don't actually die again.
Right.
But I can always bring them back to life and kill them off again if I'm feeling especially sadistic. But this isn't the only way you can actually bring a sim back to life, right? So I've got another interesting thing with one of my sims here.
What's that?
This is Glenn. And he happens to be a master writer. He's completed the writing aspiration in his life. And one of the rewards that allowed him to create is the Book of Life. And he happened to use that on his daughter before she died. So I think I'll just put this on the table here. And let's bring Deja over and have her read the book.
Good planning.
Now, the Book of Life is actually, that came in base game. You could use it to save your Sims previously.
Right.
But with Ghosts, now you can bring the Ghosts back as well. And it's important to note, if you want to rescue a ghost via this method, you need to bind it to them while they're still alive, right?
Right. It's not the Book of Death. It's the Book of Life.
So let's have her select Restore Life on it, and we'll bring her back to life as well. Now, I know a lot of people out there are probably wondering, since they've hopped in the game, they've started to go about the process of trying to acquire a ghost, how you actually find a ghost in game and add them to your household. We talked a little bit about how you can invite them. But initially, people might be expecting to find out, where's my ghost? I've got my tombstone, where are they? So something kind of important to note with them is that once they die, they won't appear for a couple of days, right? You have the tombstone outside. It kind of gives you a little break where you can mourn over their loss, and then they'll start showing up in the middle of the night, right?
Right. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. The ghosts appear at night, and they only appear once every several days, so you're not inundated by constant ghosts. But yeah, just keep an eye out for them. Usually around midnight, they'll pop up.
All right. So we talked a little bit about the death plan and Ambrosia. We saw our gnomes, and why don't we take one of these guys back into Create-A-Sim, actually? That might be cool to see. So we'll grab Vader here, and let's go find a dresser in one of our bedrooms. Here we go. And we'll do plan outfits on him. So something you might want to know about ghosts, you don't create them initially in Create-A-Sim, but you can take them back in there. So, of course, if you ever want to change their outfits, just see what they look like in there. You can even upload them to the gallery from Create-A-Sim. So all of that's available. Just head right back in the cast like we're going to do right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are tons of ghosts on the gallery already for you to download.
Yeah, we saw some this morning right before we started the broadcast. That's pretty cool.
So ghosts don't age, so they're permanently set in their current age. But it's not too late to bring them back into cast, give them some snazzy new outfits.
Absolutely. So we were having a little fun with this morning, just different things we can do with Vader.
Perhaps a Rebel Vader.
Yeah, the Rebel.
Had a change of heart.
And of course, we'll put that new costume on him as well, so he gets the full body effect going there. I kind of liked Casual Vader. That was a fun one.
Darth Pancakes.
There we go. Casual Vader.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. So you can take any of your Ghost Sims back in here. There's Yoda for the kids. Too bad, actually, you can't see his feet right now.
You can't change your shoes.
No, so he has those really cool Yoda feet. Yeah, that's part of the new costume. We just can't see it on him because he's the ghost. But yeah, just fun stuff you can do with your Sims. Let's go with the Rebel on him. Let's switch that out, and we'll bring him back in the game that way. All right, we got our Rebel pilot. Now, that wasn't the only thing that came in this update as well. So Ghosts, freaking cool. Lots of fun to play with, but there's a new cheat code, which I think is really neat, and a lot of players are going to enjoy. So let's hop into build mode for a second, because if you're familiar with by debug from The Sims 3, we've kind of brought that back in The Sims 4, and we'll show you how to use it. So just hop into build mode, and you're going to want to bring up the cheat console by pressing Control, Shift, and C at the same time on your keyboard. And then we'll just type in db.show hidden objects and hit enter. Now we should have access to some interesting new content in our catalog. A really easy way to find that, because it's actually scattered throughout the catalog, you can go into this filter down there. You might not have seen this before. Normally it lets you filter by like different styles of objects. You can even select different colors. So if we wanted all red and like blue objects, it'll show you those, which is pretty handy. But for today, let's go to content and select debug. So this is going to show us these special objects. And the way I like to find this, just go to the search bar, don't type in anything, and hit search. So now this is going to show you every single one of those new objects that's been unlocked in game. So just kind of scrolling through this, all of these objects you didn't have access to in building previously.
Such a cheater, Graham.
We've unlocked all these today.
You didn't earn these.
That's true, but I think it's pretty awesome anyway. Now, there's some fun ones in here. Like I like these ones, venue wall speakers. So if you went to one of the venues around town, you might have seen these wall speakers, and previously you couldn't access them. Now you can. So when you're building a venue, you can have this speaker that's going to play a particular station 24 hours a day. So you can select which type of music you want. They're really handy. And you can put those on your home lot as well. So yeah, have some fun with that.
Really, really like that station.
Yeah. Then there's other just like kooky objects in here, like a potato chip. If you really want to build with a potato chip, you can throw some potato chips down. Sure, why not? And then we can combine those with some other fun cheats. So let's say I want a really large potato chip. Now the way I'm doing that one, if I hold any object and I hold down the Shift key and press bracket up or down, I can actually change the size of these objects. So you can start to do some really ridiculous stuff with that. But yeah, let's see what else is in here that's kind of weird.
Giant grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, cooking objects. Giant grilled cheese. Sure, why not? There we go. Yeah, grilled cheese is kind of a classic for Sims anyway, right?
I wish you could make that into a sofa. Maybe we could
make the grilled cheese
sofa. Come on.
There were some fun objects back in Supernatural that were food themed from Sims 3, so you can always do some weird stuff. But yeah, you got access to all these now, which is cool. How about a severed head? Does that work with our ghost update? I have no idea what that's for in the game, but hey, you got access to it now. Why not?
A lot of people have been asking about child ghosts. Children have always been able to die by fire.
Yeah, so that is the one type of death children have right now. So yeah, anytime you see a child ghost, or if you want to get a child ghost, go stick them near a fire, I guess. That's some dark advice for our broadcast today. One really cool one I actually wanted to show off in our by debug here. Let's see if I can find it. Otherwise, I'll just search for it. You can get the cow plant out of here, actually, if you just want to cheat a cow plant. You can do that. Of course, you have to harvest and grow it still, but it's there for those cheaters out there. I probably missed it in this list, so let me actually search for it. We'll be fishing. And so, yeah, we've got the small fishing holes. Well, not that small. I can't fit it on the lot. But for those of you who are looking for kind of ponds to place on your lot, we've got both the kind of garden one and we've got the desert fishing hole as well. So, you know, depending if you're in Oasis Springs or Willow Creek, go grab the appropriate fishing hole, throw it down on your lot. So, yeah, fun stuff to explore with in there. And Just go nuts with buy debug.
Oh, you can actually buy a baby. I don't know what that does.
I don't know, but
Not
I'm sure somebody out there will figure it out. One thing I actually want to note about this cheat, just because it is allowing you to access some kind of weird objects, experiment with it. I would maybe save your game beforehand just in case they do some weird stuff. And for right now, these objects don't share up to the gallery. So if you're bringing a home down or you want to customize a home, that won't go through the gallery currently, but that's something we're kind of exploring for a future update. So keep that in the back of your heads for right now. And oh yeah, one other fun thing that we didn't actually get to with the ghosts. We actually introduced some new achievements in this update, right? So I'll just pull up the achievements menu. If you didn't know how to get to it, just go to the main menu here and select achievements. And we'll just scroll through and find a couple of these.
4.
Black Widow is one of them, right?
Right, and you've already made some progress on that.
Yeah, I have. Killing off my Sims, always a good time. So have your Sim outlive 5 of their spouses if you're into the deviants. And then there's another one that I actually already accomplished. Here we go. So I got this one, just having a single ghost in my household. Cool, done. But if you want to keep going, you can have a family of 8 playable ghosts.
Looks like you're on your way.
I'm good in there. Well, I just resurrected a few of them. I guess I'm going backwards. And there was one more. Let me see. Oh, I remember what it was. Yeah. Let's see if I can find it in the list here. There we go. What would it be like? The eternal question. So that's actually a good note. You can woohoo with your ghosts. Ghost to ghost, ghost to living sim, living sim to living sim. We don't discriminate in terms of who you want to woohoo with, so you can go out there and have some fun with that. Why don't we maybe take some questions from Twitch? I think we kind of dug through a lot of stuff today. I'm sure there's.
You are a deviant simmer.
I love messing with my Sims. Actually, not my own Sims. So normally when I play the game, I like to play with my own Sim, like as me, and just kind of turn them loose and see how they go through life. But I don't like being deviant with my own Sims. So when I want to do that, I bring somebody else's Sims into the game and I mess with them.
That's what the gallery's for, really.
That's right. It's kind of a personal attachment.
You can mess with all your Sims.
Let's see, any other questions out there? We burned through a lot of stuff today.
Someone wanted to see going through walls. Ghosts tend to avoid walking through walls, but they will if they
can force them to. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of depends on the length of their route, so they'll try and be smart about it. I don't know if walking through a wall necessarily feels great for a ghost, but if they really want to, they can. So let's actually take the door off of this room. And we'll just force them to walk through the wall. There we go. So we'll just head right on out there. Right through the object, right through the wall. There you go. So yeah, really easy for ghosts to get around just about anywhere. If you're trying to set up some traps with fire or whatever.
Yeah. If you want to try to keep them out of your house, you're out of luck. So.
Oh, that's actually kind of an interesting thing to note as well. I don't think we got to that part yet. So let's say you just don't want ghosts. If you're playing your family, you don't want to see them hanging around or they don't feel right for your particular storyline, there is a way to get rid of them.
Oh, right. Yes.
So we'll just go bound to the tombstone in the backyard here, and I'll get rid of one of our ghosts. Let the other one just kind of hang around. And like I mentioned, they do tend to come out around nighttime, so we'll get them when they're unsuspecting right now.
Helpless.
That's right.
In this tombstone.
So we already had Greta come out. I don't think we saw Callan yet.
But nobody really liked him anyway. So.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Callan died to our cow plant. So see ya.
Later.
All you have to do is release Spirit to Netherworld. And by selecting that...
Confirmation on that, yeah.
Yep. So releasing Callan's soul to the Netherworld will forever free his spirit from this mortal realm. Are you sure you want to do this?
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, so by selecting that, boom, he's gone. So now this just turns back into a normal tombstone. His ghost won't come out of it. So that way you can kind of keep the tombstone or the urn if it's kind of important to you sentimentally, but you don't want the ghost showing up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can also do that with playable ghosts. you can sacrifice.
Yeah, that's true. If you want to get a move on as well.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Otherwise, they'd stay around forever.
So I got a note over here about the wait time from death to a ghost. Maybe you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, they should come back within the first 3 days or so, and they'll come out at midnight, roughly.
Yeah, so that's a great note for people trying to get ghosts today. After you kill your sim off, give them a few days to show back up, and they'll still start haunting your house, late at night. So then you want to start talking to them and befriending them and adding them to your household. One thing I forgot about our patch today, actually, let's jump back into cast really quickly, because we have something pretty cool. We've got some brand new eye colors.
Yeah, you have to make a new sim.
Oh, you're right. Okay, let's save really quickly. Twitch! So I'll go back to the main menu. We can create some new sims here. Actually, I'll do it for mana.
Questions. Cannot kill ghosts, but actually, if you have a playable ghost, you can release their spirit, just like you can with a non-playable ghost. So you can get rid of them.
And I think, like you mentioned, they are immortal. They're not going to age, right? So
so if you want to make them younger, wait, can't.
Nope.
No
reverse aging your ghosts. So we've got some new eye colors in today's update. We heard a lot of feedback from fans. They wanted more variety, more ways to customize their sims. So we've got stuff like purple eyes, pretty cool. We've got a lot of new hazels in today's update. Actually, let me read off the official colors for everybody here. 5 new eye colors. Dark blue. I should speak up. Dark blue. We have gray brown hazel. I'm guessing that's this one? Maybe this one? I think this one. Gray brown hazel. Let's see. Olive green. Oh, no. That's got to be olive green hazel. That's gray brown hazel.
Oh, yeah.
And dark blue hazel. There we go. So some fun new ways. Just
what about the purple?
No, I hit a purple. That was the first one I did.
Oh, okay.
Purple's the coolest one out there.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty good color for a ghost, but of course they're going to have their cool emotional shaders when you're playing us.
So. You wouldn't see it. So actually not that great.
All right. So
question about ghosts. So sims lose their jobs when they die, but they can get them back. So you can go to work, go to school.
Yeah, that's a good thing to note just about the kind of what ghosts do. So when a sim first dies, if they were in the middle of a career, they'll actually lose their job. I don't think anybody wants an employee who's not going to show up anymore. And if they happen to be married, they're actually going to become widowed. So their marriage is kind of null and void when they die. And they get that specific relationship status of widowed. But you can have your sims remarry in death. So
you can marry a ghost.
Yeah, ghost to ghost or ghost to living sim. So they can get married once they become playable.
And actually, if you were married to a ghost and you die, your marriage is preserved because presumably your ghost partner is okay with you being a ghost.
Yeah, perfect. And yeah, everything else is kind of retained along with your ghost.
Right, you have your same traits, you have your same motives. You can continue along your aspirations. The main things you can't do are die, age, or have babies.
Yep.
Ghosts. Basically, death will end your your ability to continue your family.
These guys are all freaked out about that fire. I think it's almost up. Let's see.
Yeah, that was
11
just
hours.
a bad idea.
I should have done that one later in the broadcast, but it's all good. Other questions from Twitch. What do we got out there? Oh, you know what? I just noticed one in there. Why don't we... Oh, I think we just mentioned that. We just got a note from one of our people off screen asking about the babies. So ghosts don't have babies, right? So they can woohoo with other sims. I think we mentioned a little earlier, woohoo with whatever other consenting adult sim they want, but no trying for baby with a ghost. It just spiritually does not pass through that way. But yeah, I was going to mention some of the other cool stuff that we announced today. So this was a huge free content drop today. If you haven't gone in game yet, all of this is free. The ghosts are free. The new radio station's free. The gnomes are free. All that's just a nice new update. And as soon as you launch the game in Origin, you're going to get that added to your game. But we talked about some other upcoming content plans for The Sims 4 today. Starting in November, sometime in November, pools are coming back to The Sims 4. Of course, we heard a lot of your feedback. Everybody wanted pools. They're on the way. They're coming quite soon. And pools are going to be 100% free.
Right. And I'm actually working on them, so maybe we'll have to do this again.
Oh, I figured it would have been Houts. You're a pool guy?
I'm the pool guy.
All right, handy.
I'm not the pool boy, though. Don't get any ideas about that.
No, that's Trevor, actually. If you know Sim Guru Trevor on Sim Guru Trev, I believe, TREV. If you know him on Twitter, just go call him Pool Boy. He really likes that. From Tales from back on Island Paradise.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, that's not all. Then in December, we also talked a little bit today about how we're going to bring some new careers to the game. So I think we had 8 careers when The Sims 4 launched, and in just a couple of months from now, we're going to be adding several new careers to the game. Yeah, free.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great update.
That? Me.
Dan, you're doing everything. What don't you do? I want to get some more of these socials going. I like them too much. Let's get one of those scares going. For anybody who missed it earlier, I love these things. We'll do the ghost scare. One other piece of news that we talked about today, we slipped it into one of our blogs. For all the Mac fans out there, of course, The Sims 4 is not available on Mac yet. We are working on it. We'll have more news to share about that at a later date. But just really wanted to share with all the Mac people out there, it is being worked on. So stay tuned for more about that.
Right. We don't have a lot of details to share right now on specifics of new careers or pools. Sure, we'll be talking about it a lot soon.
Yeah, definitely in the coming weeks. Keep following, at The Sims. thesims.com, you'll get all the information right there. And there's some new blogs up on the website today. So a lot of what we've shared here, you can find that in a little more depth maybe on the website. So go to thesims.com. There's 2 new blogs that are up there today. And check out some of that information. Any other questions popping up there, Dan?
Let's see. We can talk about.
Do people want to know about the pools and the careers now?
Yep.
Maybe I spoiled it.
I would love to talk about it.
Don't worry, they're coming.
Oh, did you want to do the... Oh, you did the...
Yeah, we got the eye colors. Let's see.
Yes.
I want to do where to go
Gnomes?
past through
You didn't
again.
get enough of gnomes?
Well, let's at least show them where they are in the catalog. So I scattered them all over my lot. You probably kind of seen them in the background. Let's just hop into build mode here. Search for gnome. There's plenty of things that pop up because gnomes are great. But we're looking for the ghastly, ghostly gnome. He's pretty scary. He comes in a multitude of emotional colors. And just grab your gnome, put him down wherever you want. And he'll start to spook up your lot a little bit. He's pretty cool. I think he's fades out as well. So we got all of them. We've got fine, flirty, angry,
sad,
confident.
Sad.
Oh, sad. Okay. Happy and embarrassed. Yeah. That one always throws me because we changed that right near the end of development, actually. So, just a side note, embarrassed used to be purple.
No.
That got changed to playful.
Used to be...
No, playful's purple.
Yeah, playful used to be yellow. They swapped.
we swapped the two.
Embarrassed is yellow. Yellow's bad.
Yep. So, there we go. Other questions? We got a little bit more time today. We can burn through some.
Ghastly, no. Can you resize the gnome?
Sure. We can absolutely resize the gnome. Why not? Let's go up to the roof. We'll put a giant gnome roof on our building. Oh.
Sims, ghosts cannot possess other Sims.
Oh, I guess you can't possess that gnome. Or, sorry,
Can't
resize that
it.
gnome. Let's see. That's weird. You could do it with our... Yeah, so we had the High Rider gnome that came in the previous update. And
Did I get a haircut?
I can update him. It's a little weird. It's picky
Recently.
with some of the objects. Did you get a
I
haircut?
don't know. Maybe my my Twitter avatar has more hair.
Yeah, we need to go back and update our avatars.
I
think,
really
and
need to
ghost
make
them.
a ghost avatar.
Speaking of which, if you have not been following Sim Guru Daniel,
Daniel.
I messed that up twice yesterday. Sim Guru Daniel on Twitter. This guy's been a rock star for the past month. Guru of the month, I'd say.
What?
Yeah, he's
Why
been
is there
sharing a
no
lot of
Guru
stuff.
of the Month award?
I don't know. Maybe we need to make that a
Make
thing.
that happen.
But yeah, he's been chatting with a bunch of fans out there. He's been answering a lot of questions, just sharing cool tidbits. So
Let's answer
yeah,
questions.
make sure to go follow him.
Investigate bugs.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff.
Any other questions? Or are we about to wrap it up today? I know a lot of people out there really just want us to shut up so they can go play the game too. Of course, like I mentioned, this is all live right now. It's ready to go play with.
Malachi Brothers are on the gallery, right?
I'm not sure if they're on the gallery. So we shared some interesting save games on the forums recently, which lets you go play with a few different kind of fun scenarios that we set up. There was the good Malachi twin, the bad Malachi twin. They kind of had opposite traits of each other. Yeah, if you go grab that save file and play with it, maybe turn them into ghosts and see how a friendly ghost and an evil ghost could then play off each other and have some fun with that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, have some good scenarios coming out of that. I got to get rid of this music so it's not playing constantly. There we go. Any others? Got any good ones there, Dan?
I am a Twitter rock star, apparently. So I guess that's not a question.
All right. I think that's about it for today then. Thank you all of you for coming and joining us, checking out Ghosts, all of the cool stuff that they can do. So you've got your different ghosts. They go through all their different emotions. They've got different interactions based on how they died. So start exploring that in your own game. Remember, you can get your ambrosia from growing some of the cool new plants that we put in the update. You've got the new gnomes. You've got the new spooky radio station with like 6 or 7 new songs. And there's just more and more content coming. It is a great time to be a Sims fan. And we're so excited to be able to put this out and have everybody get their hands on it today. We're going to log off right here.
I just want to say a couple things real quick.
Go
really
for it.
want to, looking forward to seeing what you guys do with all the new content. Share your stories. If you have questions about ghosts, hit me up on Twitter. Want to give a shout out to all the people who currently follow me because you guys are all awesome. And yeah.
All right. So the moment we log off here, go launch your game, go have fun with Ghosts. Thank you all for joining us again today. And you will hear again from us quite soon.
Very soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
I think I keep looking at the microphone. Like, hi guys.